Obviously, Rory had that big fight with Gegard Mousasi. You're a great grappler yourself. Did you see that and take a lot from it in terms of your fight coming up?
Taking that and other fights, I think there are definitely windows towards victory for me. But, you know, I mean, moving up a weight class and fighting somebody at Gegard's level, I'm not going to put too much weight on that. I mean, 15, 20 pounds of muscle, it's a lot to deal with when you're dealing with guys at that level. So, you know, there's some things to take from that fight, but there's plenty of things to look at other fights too.
That was a very one-sided fight in terms of himself. Do you feel like there might be a bit of a confidence, you know, lack of?
No, like I said, you got two guys at the same skill level, and one guy has 15 or 20 pounds more muscle. Like, that's what's supposed to happen. That's just what happens. You know, I've had plenty of guys I've trained with who are naturally just bigger than me. Me and Luke Rockhold are both similarly skilled. Different styles, but like he's 15, 20 pounds heavier than me. He's going to crush me if he wants to. Yeah.
How has training changed for you at this stage of your career versus when you were just starting out?
A lot less just getting after it and beating the crap out of each other. A lot more thread type training, putting drills together that encompass you know, all aspects of what the fight's going to look like. A lot more lifting to maintain strength and my joints, keeping them strong. A little bit more stretching than I ever used to do. You know, and just being careful. You know, I don't need to do 10 weeks of 5 rounds of hard sparring. You know, I can get away with you know, 4 or 5 weeks of 5-minute rounds. So, you know, there's the things I scale back, and there's things I do harder that are less impactful and less likely to get me injured.
Jon, is late April longer than you wanted to
way longer, yeah. Way longer. But there was one negative in waiting, but there's too many positives for me to be upset about it. So, like, I got to fight for a title. I'm in this Austin tournament. I'm with Bellator. I got to fight in San Jose. You know, they took care of me a little bit on the back end, money-wise. So I have no complaints. I'm really pumped about this. Things are good.
If you win, you know, you'll have championships in multiple promotions.
Yep.
How big of a deal would that be? You got to go on and go in the tournament, but I mean, obviously, this is a title fight.
No, this is an opportunity for me to write my story, to write the final chapter, right? Right off into the sunset. You know, with all the hardware and accolades to everything I've put into the sport. So this is my opportunity, and I'm going to make the most of it.
After you win the title, what do you want to do to cement your legacy?
You know, why not go out with a bang? I'd like to win this tournament and then move up and win the belt at 185. You know, why not? That sounds like a pretty good story for finale to me.
Wait, so when you saw Mousasi fight MacDonald, you were like, but I want to fight that guy. Is that what you're thinking?
If he's still the champ.
Oh, if he's still the champ,
yeah.
but
Yeah, I mean, Lovato is looking amazing right now. So there's a lot of sharks out there, but, you know, I've been killing sharks for a long time.
you're willing to take that risk, though, to know, like you just said, those guys are
What's
bigger.
there to lose? I'm an old man. I am OAF, all right? There ain't no reason for nobody not to beat me, you know, honestly. So, like, go for it, you know, go big, go home. Like, this is it. I'm on the way out, you know. I'm about 40 years old, I'm almost 41. I'll be 41 when I win my next title. So, you know, the clock's ticking, but I'm still here, and you're going to have to put up a hell of a fight to come through me.
Fighters often talk about getting into these tournaments as like they enjoy the throwback sense of it. Do you feel like that?
I do, and there's this added little hype to it, you know, because you're guaranteed. Like I've said this so many times for years. There's no meritocracy in this sport sometimes, and you're guaranteed that meritocracy in a tournament, and I like that. That's good, especially when you have killers like we have at Bellator in the welterweight weight class.
Rory aside, what other names in the tournament would you like to meet?
Man, Lima's a stud. He's a stud. He's good. MVP just because he's a puzzle that I'd like to solve. I've already fought Daly. I've trained with Ed Ruth. I've trained with Ed Ruth. So he's a monster too. And like I feel like I dodged a bullet, quite honestly. But like I said, now's the time to beat that guy because in 3 years nobody's gonna touch him. But
MVP and Daly.
MVP Daly, you know, I secretly I'm pulling for Daly. I think he has the ability to beat him. Just because it bothers me that there's somebody who I'm a tactical fighter, right? I game plan, and I feel like there's such an easy way to beat this guy that other people aren't even trying, and it drives me crazy. And I think like there's some things about Daly that could get the job done. You know, and I don't know, there's a satisfaction in that. So nothing personal against MVP. He's a great fighter, does some great things, exciting guy. But like I'm interested in the challenge of the puzzle.
The PFL tournament just wrapped up. Did any part of you watch that and think, you know, that could have been my million? Or do you just not reflect on it much?
I think those guys who won the tournament are going to be thinking about what happened to my million. I don't have any faith that those guys are going to get paid their full amount. That's one of the reasons why I left. All their money comes from investors, and at a certain point in time, if you're not turning a profit, the investors are not going to come around anymore. So, you know, those guys didn't get paid a lump sum after the end of the fight. You know, they're getting paid, you know, as time goes on. So if the company goes out of business, like, there's no more money.
Last question, guys.
Is there anything that you've heard that would make you say that?
No, just they're not making any money. Yeah, being a part of it and seeing how they promote the shows they put on are amazing, but no one ever knows that the fight's going on. That's a problem. Like, oh, did you see the PFL? PFL has a fight? Like, they don't know. So like something's missing business-wise. The fights are great. The fighters are great. There's nothing wrong with them, but you know, you got to turn a profit. You got to make money.
Cool. So we're gonna do a quick face-off for Rory and Jon.
Oh, nice to see you.
Hey, Jon. Nice to meet you.
You go against each other first.
Yeah, you guys ready? Oh, okay, this one?
Well, that's fine.
We'll square up after.
Face each other.